Hi,
Hello.
Mr. Muehlberg.
Yes.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm Sergeant Jody Weber. I'm with the O'Fallon Police Department.
Who?
O'Fallon Police Department.
Okay.
I've waited a long time to talk to you, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm Mike Harvey with St. Charles County.
Okay.
Yeah. How you doing today?
Okay.
You okay?
What's up? I just woke up.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought you just had lunch. They were talking about chicken patties.
I skipped it.
You
feel
skipped
like
it?
going?
You don't like chicken patties? Yeah. Yeah. I guess you don't get many visitors? No?
No.
No. Okay.
So get to the chase. What's going on?
All right. Well, we're investigating some cases from back in the early 90s. So
Okay.
we got to do some paperwork for us to be able to talk about that any further.
Okay.
Okay. So I do have to give you your Miranda rights. Just because you're here now and for us to be able to talk to you and hear what we got to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Back in the 90s. A long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been here since '93.
I was arrested in 93. I've been here since, well, I went to Fulton in November of 95, I believe.
Okay. Normally you go to Fulton and they do a diagnostic test and then they
Yeah.
farm you out to wherever you're going to be.
Yeah. From St. Louis County up to Reception Diagnostics. And I got to sign something?
Yeah. I'm just going to read these to you real quick just so that you understand them. Initial. Are you in bad health or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had cancer surgery. I've had my scrotum operated on because of gangrene the end of 2020.
Oh, really?
I've got a bad heart. I'm getting old.
Yeah. All right. Well, in order for us to continue talking about this and you want to hear what we have to say or what we're here for, let's
Yeah.
go through this real quick.
Yeah, my curiosity.
Okay. Before we ask any questions, you must understand your rights. You do not have to make a statement or answer any questions. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you're asked any questions and have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and if you so desire, one will be appointed for you before your questioning. If you decide to answer questions and or make a statement now, you will have the right to stop answering questions and remain silent at any time.
Okay.
And then just saying that you're willing to talk to or listen to what we have to say or talk to us.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of homework on you. So you have been here since 93? Or
Well-
you got locked up in 93, been here
Right.
since 95? Okay. Are you from the St. Louis County area?
Yeah, that's where I fell from. Up in Bell Ridge.
Okay. And you lived there from like the late 80s, right, in Bell Ridge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a particular girl that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, you probably watch television and technology changing in this world.
Yep.
DNA is a big thing right now, and technology, with DNA progressing so much
Okay.
throughout the years, that's kind of what put us here right now. So I can tell you, for back in the early 90s, we had 30 to 40 investigators working on these cases and could never figure these out, never figure this case out. But here we are in 2022 with technology, and we got a DNA hit.
Okay.
Okay. Does that ring a bell at all? You know, Robin?
No, I don't remember it.
You remember Robin? Did you, happen to pick up any prostitutes at all back in those days, or?
Not that I can recall.
No?
Yeah, I got a divorce. Yeah, I don't even remember when that was, early 90s.
Okay.
I mean, I might have, but
Okay. So I guess your ex-wife, you got divorced, I wanna say it was late 80s maybe? You have two kids
Yeah,
together?
like, I don't remember the exact date.
Okay, and you have two kids together?
Yep,
Okay.
one's deceased.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How long ago it was your son, is that right?
Yeah.
Has that been a while?
Yeah, a couple good years.
Okay. Was he sick?
Huh?
Was he sick?
Yeah, into drugs and had some mental problems.
Okay. Alright, did you have a good relationship with your kids?
Yeah, considering I'm here and they're in St. Louis.
Yeah. Best as you can, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So early 90s, you're living in Bell Ridge. I guess up until 93 when you got locked up.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you did kind of maybe pick up a prostitute here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember their names at all?
No.
No.
Where would you have picked them up from?
At bars or taverns.
Any streetwalkers or anything like that?
They may have been, but I don't know, I don't remember where they were when I met them. Mainly bars.
Okay. But they were working girls, they weren't just patrons of the bar? I mean, they were prostitutes?
After I got talking to them, I guess I knew they were, you know.
Because it would cost you some money?
Hmm?
It would cost you some money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
How many girls do you think you picked up over those early 90s?
I have no recollection
No.
or idea of that.
I know we're throwing stuff at you from
Yeah,
32 years ago, right?
yeah. And my memory's not the best anymore.
Yeah.
What kind of meds are you on? What kind of medications are you on?
Hmm?
What kind of medications are you on?
Blood circulation, blood pressure, heart medicine. I carry nitro.
I see that.
Yeah. Digestive problems.
Nothing mind altering or anything like that?
No,
No,
no meds like that.
no antidepressants or anything like that? So you're pretty clear headed, you just got a lot of physical problems?
Yeah, I mean, what I went through in 2020 and the aftermath of what I'm suffering, I mean, I got arthritis in the knees and the hands.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, believe it or not, I think you're 2 or 3 years younger than I am.
How old are you?
75?
How old?
75?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 73.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm, knock on wood, man,
Yeah.
things are going well. So, part of my job is that I do a lot of these, like she was talking about, progress and DNA and stuff like that. I work cold cases. I
Okay.
did a pretty long stint with the local police department, but now I'm hired to do pretty much cold cases. And that's why I'm working with Jody here to, work on some of these that are been sitting around for years and years and years. And again, in reference to the cases that she's going to talk about, I was one of the original investigators on that case back in the 90s, in 91.
Okay.
So I have a knowledge of these cases, and she's been devoting almost her entire time in the Detective Bureau doing the same thing, working on cases like this, especially this case here. So she has a lot of information. She will explain it to you and just lay it out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're here life without parole, right? So
Mhm.
you're spending your rest of your time here. However
However short, however long.
that might be, right? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna show you. This is,
Do you need glasses to read, or can you read?
Nah, I'm okay. I thought I was going out for medication, that's why I got my pen with me and I'm not properly dressed.
So, Robin Meehan. She was a young lady that was found
I'm being charged with a homicide?
No, you're not being charged with anything right now. I'm just showing that's the lab report.
Okay,
Robin was killed, okay, and she was found in between two mattresses. And your DNA came back on two different pieces of evidence from her.
okay.
So, does that look familiar? And what I want to tell you, Gary,
What is it?
those are mattresses.
Oh,
So what I want to tell you, Gary, is there is a journalist writing a book about these cases,
okay,
and he's waiting for the final chapter.
okay,
He apparently his mom covered these stories back in the early 90s,
okay,
and he's doing this as kind of a legacy to her. So he's writing a book, and he's waiting kind of just to do the final chapter of the book. He doesn't know who you are yet. I haven't released the information of who you are. But there's going to be a lot of people studying these cases. They're very interested in these cases. Obviously, we didn't pick your name out of a hat. I mean, your DNA came back to two pieces of evidence on Robin. So I just kind of want to give closure to these cases and put these cases to rest. I mean, with you being here with life without parole, I don't know that it's going to change much for you. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I don't know how I'm tied into this, but a mattress.
Um,
How you dry mouth without my teeth in?
where is...
Cut off your water.
Does that tattoo look familiar at all?
Mm-mm.
Have you been out to Lincoln County at all?
I can't even think where Lincoln County is.
You know where Troy, Missouri is?
Yeah,
If you go down 70 and pick up 79
I've been through it,
or 63.
going up to Iowa to visit family.
Okay. Here, basically what we're trying to do is we've got 3 cases that we're working.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of them all happened back in that particular time frame. And we got the lab people sending us a copy. Matter of fact, they just texted me not too long ago. They do have a report. And the DNA, I'm not sure if you understand what DNA is and,
Yeah.
and how it's progressed. I mean, you can probably get my DNA off that. So it's a very sophisticated system that they use.
Okay.
And is there any reason why your DNA would be on 2 items from this particular case?
If that was one of the prostitutes I picked up, I imagine we had a sexual relationship.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to remember a name or anything like that?
No.
Do you know, okay, so you say that you picked up prostitutes and you had sexual relations, and if your DNA was on particular items, that leads us to believe that you were involved, because these items we found were in or around her body
Okay.
when we discovered it. So I think you understand where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Correct?
You're thinking I am committed a crime.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. And that's why we want to talk to you. We got a whole lot of stuff that we want to talk to you about. Again, she mentioned that, I don't think any, and I don't know, but none of these should affect the time you're doing right now. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that because I have no power to make a decision one way or the other. But we believe that you're involved in this particular case.
Okay.
And that's what we want to talk to you about.
So I'm being accused of, what'd that say, a homicide?
Well, that's just the way the report.
That's the title of the report at this point. But like I said, with these mattresses, there's 2 pieces of evidence wrapped up inside there
Okay.
that come back to you. So like we explained it to you, you know, you're in here for whatever time you have left.
Yep.
You're not getting any, I mean, I don't know how they can give you anything more, you know what I'm saying? But we would like to,
Yeah, the death penalty.
well, I mean, you know, that takes 15, 20 years, you
Huh?
know? That takes 15, 20 years typically.
Not since the courts ruled on it a couple of years back is, you know, but I'm not gonna cop to something I didn't do or don't remember doing.
Could you have done it, just don't remember?
I think this conversation's over because I don't understand all this.
That's why we're just trying to explain it to you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laying it out there for you.
Yeah, I
the lab
appreciate
report.
that.
Um,
I mean, I might have been one of many people that had a sexual relation with somebody in one day, if it's a prostitute.
mhm.
Because common sense tells me that's how they make their living. Have a couple Johns.
Well,
So-
I'll be specific with you. I mean, this, the DNA came back on a condom wrapper.
Okay,
The condom wrapper was wrapped up with her,
Okay.
and then she had tape on her body that comes back to your DNA.
okay.
So, I mean, I'm being honest as I
Yeah.
can with you.
I appreciate that,
So-
but I don't, no. No.
And like I said, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people who want to study these cases and study you and, you know, get in your brain right now from all these cases, you
Yeah.
know? And I know we're laying a lot on you. You haven't probably thought about anything going back to the early 90s in a long time,
No.
after 32 years.
No.
But we're being upfront with you when it comes to what we've got.
Okay,
So, we're just trying to find out, you know, exactly how it happened, what happened, because we've already got the, you know, physical evidence that we need, so.
well, if you got the evidence, why are you talking to me, charging me with something?
Because that's not what I'm looking to. I want to get in your, I want to find out all about it. I want to find out details of how, you know, get in your head right now and find out how it happened, what happened. Those are the things I'm interested in.
Okay,
It's not all about, you know, charging you with something. I would like details just so I can learn more about you.
why?
Well, this is a case that's gone unsolved for 32 years.
Right.
That not one detective back in the early 90s, 40, 50 detectives working on this were not able to solve it. None of those guys. With all their experience and all their training and everything, they weren't able to solve these cases.
Okay,
So that's why I want to learn as much as I can about you, because you got past all of them.
I got what?
You got past all of them. You know what I mean? You got one over on all of them.
We had no clue. We never even heard of you until the
Yeah.
report came down from the DNA. And that's basically why we're trying to wrap these up. Okay? What's the worst thing that you think could happen to you if you talk to us about this? My worst case scenario, what would be the worst thing that could happen to you? You said death row,
Yeah.
death penalty. If you're already doing life, I don't know anybody would really want to, what are they going to do, give you double, triple lives or whatever that is? That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ever getting out of prison.
Right. So we're just we'd like to take the opportunity, again, with me working one of these cases, excuse me, we'd like to kind of wrap this all up. And for you too. I'm sure that, I don't know if you think about this I don't know if you think about it at all, if you think about these possible cases at all. But this is kind of like you know, for your benefit to get it over with, and ours, so we can get it over with.
I don't understand, get over what? I mean, I'm in here for murdering a man.
Right. I read the entire report. I wrote the
Okay.
entire thing.
They say you're not a problem here. They said you've never been a problem here. You haven't had any write-ups since 2008. It sounds like you just
Yeah, and the write-ups I've had were like minor
for
ones.
stupid stuff, aren't they? Passing jelly beans or something crazy?
Huh?
Passing jelly beans?
Yeah.
You got written up for passing jelly beans.
What,
Yeah.
did they think they were pills, or what did they, I mean, I guess you just
They
asked
got
them.
they got rules and regulations wherever you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And in a confined environment like this, some are petty, some aren't, but you still got, like on the street, I don't know if you still got laws against jaywalking,
I don't know if anybody's ever got it.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I got a citation once for cutting my grass too early in the morning because it was a noise pollution. The neighbors complaining.
Mm-hmm.
You got minor, you know,
Sure.
rules and laws. They got them in here.
right.
Control environment.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, if that's what you're worried about, I don't know that they're gonna, I don't know what they'll do, but I'm just saying, I don't know that they'll take their time and go through all the jumping hoops and
Time and
stuff.
money is what
When
it
you're-
is.
Hmm?
It takes time and a lot of money to proceed with any of these
When you're
kind of cases.
73 years old.
That's what you all are getting paid for, right? That's your job.
Right, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have kids. I mean, you have a daughter, right? I would like to give answers to this young lady's kids. You know, that they've gone 32 years not knowing.
You can tell her I'm not the one. I mean, so there's traces of DNA on a prostitute. I'm sure I'm not the only one she ever had sex with.
Well,
Or
it's just,
maybe she's the first time, I don't know.
I mean, like I said, it was the tape on her body. So I don't know that she would leave the tape on her body kind of thing. You know what I mean? So. Right. Well, like I said, I know we're throwing a lot at you.
Yeah.
We are throwing a lot at you.
I'd say so. I mean, I feel like I'm being accused of a homicide. I mean, that's what the questions are.
Well, I mean,
You found a dead prostitute with traces of my DNA on something.
mhm.
Okay.
One of them, you might be able to explain away, maybe the condom wrapper, you know? This young lady happened to be between those two mattresses. She was inside those mattresses.
Those are two mattresses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
top and bottom.
Okay.
She was found in between those, and that's where the condom wrapper was. It has your DNA on it. And do you have pictures of the tape?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
this is the tape, okay, that's on her, on her
okay.
breast. And if you lift that tape up, there's DNA on the
Okay.
underside of that tape. So if she's even doing 15 guys a day, none of them would be on that tape underneath the underside of that tape.
Okay.
So technically, that's why we're here to see you. All
Okay.
right? Because, again, maybe she had the condom wrapper, but she's naked. It's not like she had it in her pocket or anything like that. So she's got this condom wrapper in the mattress and has DNA, your DNA. And then also with the tape, that is very hard to explain how your DNA got on the underside of that tape on her breast. If in fact it wasn't you that was with her and she wound up in those mattresses.
Yeah.
So, you said earlier that first you said you didn't do it, then you said you don't remember. Is there a chance you did it and you just washed
No,
it
I'm
away?
saying I don't remember the name or specifics on where I met her, where I picked her up, how we met.
Sure.
You know, I've got a lot of friends, or had friends in the past. I can't recall where I met them or how I met them. I'm sure you're the same way. You
Sure.
remember all your friends, everybody you ever talked to or met, or
Correct.
been with?
Oh, I understand that.
Okay.
The case you're in here on, we read it. You tried to get somebody to move him out of your basement. And I think that there was a box. You were in construction, right? Weren't you
Yeah,
a
one
construction
time, yeah.
worker, carpenter, and,
Yeah.
and all that? When they were supposed to go down, when they found the body, looked like you were trying to build a box around him in order to get him out of there, to dispose of the body. Maybe you weren't going to take him out, but I know you would try to get a hold of several people to do that.
I don't want to talk about it. I still have nightmares on my case.
Okay, all right. The reason I bring that up, do you have a picture of your case? We have another case that, it's hard to tell because they're pretty grainy pictures, but we got another case. This is another prostitute, and this is a box, and there's a dresser that's inside the box. She was inside the dresser, and the box looks like it was built around her. Again, that pretty much coincides with the case that, you don't want to talk about it. I won't go further into it. But that's why all these cases seem very similar, because where we found them, we used the word they were packaged. All three of the cases we're talking about, obviously the mattress is a package. This was a box, was a dresser inside of the box. And then we have a third one that actually wasn't as sophisticated as these two were. And she was found in a trash can, one of those plastic trash cans. So, and the girls are connected. They know each other, or knew each other back in the day. So everything that we're putting together and everything that we're doing, this wasn't as sophisticated as the other ones, but it's definitely, she was in there, and I think it was in the plastic, in there, and quite some time because she had decomposed quite a bit. So what we're doing is I got DNA guys that are working actually on the way up that kept sending us messages and stuff. They're continuing to work on that, and not if, but when they get a DNA hit, then we're going to tie all three of them together. And we're here to give you an opportunity to talk to us about these and make it as easy on yourself as you can possibly make it. And let us know what you
You're going to
think.
charge me with, what, 3 homicides?
We don't know if we're going to charge anybody. We're up here to try to get the truth out of you and have you tell us what you know.
I don't know anything about those.
So, again, how do you explain your DNA being on
I
the
don't.
tape? On the tape.
I don't.
Now, you don't doubt that we have it, right? I mean, you've
what I'm
seen the
thinking
lab-
right now is kind of like private thoughts, but if you got it, you got it. I also know of how y'all bill cases.
Well, I've been doing this almost 50 years, and I've never put anybody in prison that didn't deserve to be there. So I don't build the case.
You don't have to worry about putting me in prison and keeping me here.
You're already here.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We're just looking for answers. I became interested in these cases about 14 years ago. I was fascinated with them. I like cold cases. I like working cold cases. I started looking into it, and I couldn't believe that all these investigators couldn't solve these.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You say
And-
these all happened when? Back in the,
1990.
around the 90s? Okay.
Yep, all in 1990. And all three girls knew each other. They all came from the same area.
And where would that be?
Cherokee Street down in St. Louis.
Okay.
Used to be called the old, I think they
Antique
called,
Row?
well, that, and they used to call it the stroll back in Back in the day, I think.
I used to live down on California off of Chippewa, Cherokee.
Right, that's close to, where this is.
Yeah.
So you would be familiar with the area, correct?
Well, my in-laws live down on Compton and Arsenic,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when Karen and I separated. She moved back with her family. Yeah.
So what years did you live down in the Compton area?
Oh,
Or California?
I can't remember the exact year I was married.
That was the old 3rd District back then, wasn't it? Down by the Anheuser-Busch? Or close to it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because the Anheuser-Busch was on 55 in Arsenal.
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Real close to Soulard?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, this isn't too far from that, and you know the area.
Yeah, I mean, my aunt and uncle and grandparents lived down by Bevo Mill.
Sure.
In fact, I was born down on Gaynor,
I know where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
right behind, it used to be a grocery store, it came a lot of different things. Christie Park,
Okay.
yeah.
Had you, any of the prostitutes that you picked up, would you have picked them up off of Cherokee Street? You say you met a lot of them in the bar, but
I
had you
didn't meet a lot of them.
or have you picked any prostitutes up from around the Cherokee Street area?
Well, I don't remember. Probably.
Okay. All right. You see where we're trying to put, this whole thing is like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And I'm a very slow puzzle worker. So I have to ask a lot of these. A lot of them make me sound stupid to you, but I gotta ask them because I don't know the answer to all these. We, again, what do you think about a guy writing a book about you? I mean, is that a good thing, a bad thing, or what do you think?
I never thought, I'm not thinking about it. I mean,
I wouldn't know how to do that. I wouldn't know how to take it.
He wrote a couple articles about these cases.
Yeah.
I have it here in my stack. I'm going to show you. This is the guy that's writing the book. Did you write this one too?
Did you write for the paper?
Yeah, he wrote for Riverfront Times.
You remember the Riverfront Times? They probably.
That's the guy writing the book. Ryan Kroll. Yeah, so he bugs me every couple of months because he wants to finish his book.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I
I
said.
mean, I'm not interested in reading that kind of book.
Yeah, I'm not interested in.
No.
I don't read that kind.
A whodunit, murder mystery.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Mhm. Do you, you said you're not good with names, but do you remember Butch Albers in your case? From St. Louis County? He was talking about how he really liked you.
Huh?
He was talking about how he really liked you.
This is back in the.
Remember Butch came to my office?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was talking about how much he liked Gary.
Where's he from?
St. Louis County Police Department.
I think he might have something to do with the case I'm here on.
Yeah. But he was talking about how much he liked you, and he wanted to come here to talk to you. But
He's still alive?
he is.
Yeah.
He lives
He's
at-
older than us, isn't he?
He didn't look older than.
Yeah, he's living, down at the lake somewhere,
Yeah.
Lake Ozarks. Yeah, so he's retired now, so I didn't know.
Aren't we all? I mean, I am, basically.
I did once. I went back. obviously, we're not giving up on this, especially, you know, after 32 years of working it. I worked it from scratch, from day one. And we're going to continue working it. There's nothing we can say that will convince you that you're not going to get charged with all three, one or two or whatever. We don't know. That's not our job to do. Our job is to get the truth and lay the truth out and see where we go from that. And that's all we wanted from you was the truth.
Okay.
Do I believe that you're involved in these? Yes, sir, I do. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't lie to people. I do believe that you're involved. Again, we're trying to make, I know this sounds bogus, but we're trying to make it as easy on you as we can, because we don't get any feathers in our caps from this. We just get the satisfaction that the family members, you talked to one of the woman's son,
Yeah.
who was like 2 years old at
He
the
was
time.
2 years old now.
And for us to be able to go back and say, we went and talked to Gary, here's what he laid out for us, get some closure. So, it's not detrimental to you, but it's very, very important for them to know that. Because all these years, we get phone calls all these years going, have you figured out who killed my mom? Have you figured out who killed my aunt? You know, and stuff like that. And being the dummy I am, it's like, well, we kind of know who didn't, you know, because we have eliminated a lot of people. And we just want to be able to tell these people, say, yes. We talked to Gary, he was straight up. He really...
Yeah, I understand the bit about closure, I mean, but
I mean, with you, I know it's horrible that you lost your son. I know. I mean, no matter what, that's a devastating thing.
everybody's had I mean, I lost a brother in Vietnam,
I was there.
okay?
Yep.
The day he was buried, for me, was closure. Because you'll never know exactly how or who killed him.
See, that statement you just made there pretty much explains why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Vietnam, 68, 69,
What branch?
Marine Corps, Semper Fi. You a Marine Corps?
Semper Fi.
Hey, brother,
Yeah.
to do or die. I hit Vietnam, 68, 69. I didn't lose any relatives over there. I'm the only boy in my family, so I'm the only one that got to go play in the rice paddies over there.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, your closure was when you buried your brother. Was he killed by enemy fire, or you don't know?
I don't, yeah.
You don't know. So when you say closure, when they throw the dirt on top of them, but you still in the back of your mind, you're thinking, how did this happen? I mean, my job was, if you're in Vietnam and you get shot, my job was to call in a helicopter, come get you, take you back, either dead or alive, take you back to the rear area. That's what I did, okay?
Yeah, Ronnie was missing for 3 days.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And again, if you knew in your mind that, not that you'll have a picture of it, but if you knew in your mind that he was walking up top of a hill and enemy shot him and killed him, that's closure. Just throwing him in the ground, putting dirt on him is, I guess that is closure, if you don't know. These people put their people in the ground and threw dirt on top of them. They don't have closure. They don't have closure. If you accept the fact that
To
you...
them, they don't. Some people, I mean, okay. It's one of those things, closure means something different to everybody.
Right. Would you not like to know exactly what happened to you? Was it Ronnie's his name?
Ron,
Ron?
yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know exactly what happened? I mean, I had to write letters back home to these families of people that I put on helicopters. And it's like,
he died in war. I mean, I've accepted it, I've moved on.
Yeah. Well, that's good for you. That way you have a clear head and a clear handle on everything.
Mhm.
That's what these people are looking
I can understand that, but, you know,
I mean, the one son, I mean, he came in my office and he's 34 years old now. And he was 2 years old at the time and broke down in tears.
yeah, I can understand that.
And lots of tears. Just not knowing.
I break down in tears when I think of family members in the past. Yeah. Some things I leave buried, I don't rehash them.
for. Yeah, trust me, the nightmares are still there.
Yeah.
Were you in the Marine Corps?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I thought you said, when
Because Semper's high, I mean,
were
you're all
you?
trying to catch me up in something now.
No, we're not.
We're done talking. We're
Okay.
done talking.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, we have to go get them to come get you.
Mhm.
Just have a seat, we have to go get them.
Oh, yeah.
We can't just let you.
I
hang
know the
off.
way back.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you do. Did you have anything else?
No, I was just gonna give him my business card so he knows who we are. So Gary, here's my business card. Okay.
You can keep it. I don't need your business card.
Okay.
You already got your minds made up for investigating this and that, you know.
No, I don't want to leave on bad terms, Gary, because I mean I was excited
No, we're
to
not.
meet you.
You all are doing a job, I guess.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm looking to give answers to some people.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. You know.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe you could help us out with that.
That's what you all to decide.
Okay.
I'll be here if you want to talk to me some more.
Would you have a problem with us coming back and talking to you?
If I had a problem, would it make a difference?
Well, you can refuse to talk to us.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with it.
Okay. So we're gonna leave it kind of open as the fact that if we get more information, we'll come back and talk to you?
If this is your choosing, you want to, you know,
Okay.
I can't
Oh,
stop you from coming down.
right. There is one thing. Did you approach the,
Oh yeah.
we went to the county courthouse, and when our lab people get a DNA hit, we have to confirm that. So we're gonna get a buccal swab from you to send to them. And we went to the county courthouse and got a search warrant to do that.
Okay.
You don't have any problem doing that for us, do you? I mean, you've already done it here. That's
You
how we
already got my DNA, so.
Yeah, but see, the lab requires confirmation, and that's why we have to get one within a certain date of the case.
No, you might not, I'm not gonna give no swab or nothing.
Okay, the
The
only,
judge
And
signed
it's
it.
on file in the DOC anyway.
Well, it works a little different when it's on file for DOC. They won't let us have it for what we need it for. I know, crazy, isn't it? Other than it gets entered into CODIS, that's how we got the match, but now the lab requires us to get confirmation. So,
I'm not giving it a swab or a blood draw or whatever.
well, we
It's
don't do
just-
blood draws, this
yeah.
is just like a
This
Q
is
test.
just-
I'm not giving anything.
Well, we really don't, because the judge signed it, we really don't have a choice, and we don't want to do it by force, but we can. We don't want to do it that way,
Force,
yes.
the judge signed the search warrant, so we have to
So
get it.
we're obligated to do it.
We don't want to cause any
We
issues
don't wanna-
for you, Gary.
I think I might want to talk to an attorney.
Well, that's fine,
Okay.
but that doesn't supersede the search warrant. We still have.
Well, this is what you say, I don't know that.
Well, that's what the judge says, and we're
I haven't
responsible.
heard it from the judge or seen it in writing or anything.
We'll give him a copy.
It's right here.
of it?
I'm gonna give you a copy.
I think I want an attorney. I mean,
We don't want to cause any undue,
hmm?
we don't want to cause any undue, problems for you, anything like that.
No, I'm not doing this.
Okay, Gary. Okay, we have to get one way or another. So I don't want to cause any problems for you. I didn't expect it to go like this. I expected us to get, have a cordial conversation. So I don't want
This
to
is kinda
fight
like-
with you.
Well, I can't think of the proper word. Choreograph. Y'all know what you're doing and what you're after.
But we were honest with you. I mean, we didn't have to show you the lab report. We didn't have to show you the pictures. We didn't have to show you any of that. But I felt like, you're a smart guy. I've done my research on you. I've done my homework. I've talked to numerous people that know you, and they said you're a very intelligent guy. They all said you're very intelligent. I talked to Ron.
I'm being pacified or patronized now.
No, I'm just saying that,
I want an attorney.
okay. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get the swabs, all right? And then we'll send you back on your way.
I want an attorney.
Well,
Well, you can. I mean, we just
You
can't
can
bring
get
one
it
in
to
right
me,
now, but
but
we're
we have to
done
get
as
the
far as that
swab.
goes. I will give you a copy of the search warrant.
I don't want any of that.
Did you tell them?
no.
You can get my DNA like you're saying off paper and stuff. I mean, I've touched stuff.
It's just harder. That's all it is. It's harder. They would have to cross that whole piece of paper. That's it. And I think it's ridiculous that we have to get confirmation, because we don't get confirmation for somebody's fingerprints, but they make us get confirmation for something like this. I think it's silly, but I don't make the rules. So.
Oh, well.
Gary, we didn't want to do it this way. What these gentlemen are going to do.
You gotta do it.
I know, you ought to listen to, because you're a
Okay.
correctional officer. I'm in,
I got you. So just cooperate with them and we'll
I
get
am.
it.
I am.
Oh, okay, then you'll let her do the buck swab?
Gotta bring everybody for you, man. We hate to get kicked by that cane.
Here, have a cane. I'm too old to raise any cane.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's it.
Harmless, right?
Did you want a copy of this?
No.
Okay.
I guess you keep it for your file or something?
Did you not give them a copy already?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Do you need this one back here?
No,
Or is
no,
this-
that's-
okay.
Nope,
Actually, that's his.
That's his.
Okay.
So that
We
would
will put it in his file.
That'd be great.
All done with them?
That's it.
All right, man. Going back to 5?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good luck, Gary.
Huh?
Get with the chicken patty?
Oh, no.
He said, no.